Friends and lovers, welcome to the Jimpressions for Minit, a new indie game that came out just this week. It is adorable visually and has quite a clever conceit. The game takes place over 60-second spurts. Superficially, you'd look at it and you'd think, okay, it's a knockoff of The Legend of Zelda. Quite specifically, this game shares a lot with classic top-down Zeldas, you know, the original, Link to the Past, that sort of thing. But the big gimmick here, the trick, is that you only get 60 seconds. You get 60 seconds to accomplish as much as you can before you die and start back at the beginning. You restart back at the that little starting area that we, well, started in, because it was a starting area. That's why I said we started in it. Anyway, you can achieve certain things that will stay. So I picked up the sword, I'll keep the sword. Picked up the watering can, this watering can will now appear next to my spawn area every time in case I need it for something. And that's how the game is played. You start out from your base of operations, your spawn point, shall we say. You can unlock more as you go along, which of course adds to the progress because you'll unlock the ability to travel the world quicker, traverse more areas to make, accomplish more in the short space of time you're given. But it's still a challenge, and it's taken a what looks like a standard action adventure game, and it's turned it into really a puzzle game. It's a big puzzle. It is, where do we go, what do we accomplish, what can we accomplish in the amount of time we're given. Like this, this character is deliberately speaking very slowly. This is an early, simple example of how the game plays with that time limit, because any other NPC, the text comes up really fast, because you've only got a minute, you don't want to sit there reading text the whole time, except this little fucker, who gives you a clue to accomplish something, as I say, get the treasure here, but as you can see, the text is going incredibly slowly. I rushed to the lighthouse to speak to this NPC after I discovered him the first time and died halfway through the speech. Rushed from the spawn point to this character, and as you can see, we die the moment they're done talking. And obviously that's just one example of how the game plays with that concept, and it doesn't do that constantly. I've only seen one NPC so far that does that, so don't think the game deliberately constantly wastes your time. I miss with the sword a fair bit. Playing this on a controller I found was a little bit tricky to get that sword aiming. Sometimes you'll just, I guess it's the way the stick bounces, you'll end up thrusting in the opposite direction. Here's a puzzle as well, setting the jukebox rather, not the jute box. That's just a box of jute. The jukebox to the right music to please that NPC. The coffee we got earlier for killing the crabs allows us to move boxes. So you can see already how the game unfolds. You really do grasp it within a minute or two. Hence the name, I guess. Well, the name is henced because you only get a minute to play it. So I don't know why I said hence the name. But regardless, one thing that you end up learning is knowing when to fold them is important. As you saw there, I'd have been better off if I'd have just hit circle to respawn and go, headed straight for that lighthouse. I tried to do everything in one go, which just wastes time. Time management is, it's not crucial, because if you die, it's, a slap on the wrist, you just lose progress. But certainly if you don't want to waste time and, go up a long ladder again, it's, probably judicious to think, okay, I'm not going to do this. So we've got a flashlight here, which you can probably guess what that's used for, and we then, again, probably would have been better to kill myself, press the restart button, and push off from the beginning area again, which I didn't do. I've got later footage, which I'm probably not going to use here because this is one of those games where you don't want a really long video about it to give everything away. It's why I don't do gameplay videos of adventure games, really, because it just gives so much of it away. It tells you the whole story when that's the point of playing the game. And this, the whole point of it is to solve these time-based challenges. And if I just show you the whole game, and it's not the longest game, so I'm told. As I've not finished it yet, unless I'm just doing some first impressions here. But I've been told it's pretty short. If that's a bother to you. It's never a bother to me if the game's good enough, and so good that I might want to play it again. This is a bit of a fight, optional, but the game has some nice secrets and things to unlock, and optional tasks like fighting this bull, which I do a terrible job of here. There I go again, just thrusting in the wrong direction, which again I think is the stick flick. But there we go, we get a heart, and boom, just like Legend of Zelda, you get a new heart container basically for your health, which allows you to take more hits, obviously. Another good example of really, knowing when to fold, or rather not knowing when to fold them in my case here, probably better off just restarting again. But we're going to wrap up, because like I said, I don't want this to be too long, and I really just want to give you a flavour of what the game's like. It's out on PS4 certainly, it's definitely out on Steam, probably out on Xbox One, isn't it? I don't think it's on the Switch. I checked the Switch yesterday and didn't see it anyway. Don't think there is anything on the Switch. I've just been playing Celeste again. But this is good. I'm going to keep playing it, I reckon. I'm a little bit stuck at the moment, but, such is the nature of the game. But it's good. Really good. I recommend it. Minit. It's worth checking out for a minute anyway.